get this
So
party
this
started.
is where Tilda tried to reel you in. What was her proposal? That together you could save the planet? Just as your precious genetic mother always wanted? I believe the old ones called that a bait and switch. Luring you with the promise of a vibrant new world, when in reality, it's doomed to be cracked open by nemesis and scoured of life.
If you're trying to get a rise out of me about Tilda, it's not gonna work. And if you really believed we have no future, you wouldn't be here.
And perhaps I'm just waiting to see if you can once again achieve the impossible. Speaking of which, my preparations for Nemesis have revealed a new problem. I've been searching the remains of the Zenith base for any data that could help us. In doing so, I discovered that 13 of our spacefaring friends descended to Earth from the Odyssey.
But we only found 12 corpses total, including Verbena at the biotech lab.
Your math is impressive as always, but yes. It appears that one got away. His name is Walter Londra.
Of course.
In the 21st century, he was an aerospace magnate, but also a bit of a celebrity. I'm sure I don't have to tell you that he's far too dangerous to be allowed to roam free. You need to find him and deal with him.
Oh, you know how to hold your own. The name's Seyka. Hey, Aloy. I could, say the same about you. You have a focus. So you're Quinn. You're not exactly like any diviner I've met.
How do you even know that?
I'm sure you have a lot of questions, but first...
Just one for now. I saw you before you crashed, flying on a sunwing. It didn't look like you knew about that tower, which means you're new. So what brought you here?
I'm looking for someone. There's a ruin. On the hill northeast of here, that's where I was headed.
The ruin on the hill. You mean Starlight Rise?
You know it. Is there another way to get there?
Maybe. But first, we're gonna have to do something about that tower. I think we can help each other, Aloy. The tower's not far from where my people made camp. I can show you the way.
I'm down. I'm game.
Hold on. You said we can help each other, but what exactly are you doing here?
Let's just say, I need that tower dealt with too. Come on.
Admiral Garrett! It's as I told you, sir. The proof is now before your eyes. A soldier dared to don a diviner's focus. The eye that reveals the legacy. But Seyka did not stop there. She brought a barbarian among us. In direct violation of Confidentiality Clause 3A. Protocol states that these...
I might be our last chance at finding our missing people, sir. Diviner Vi's focus showed me his last moments. He found a clue. The ruin on Starlight Rise. There's evidence our people were there.
Londra's headquarters.
Now we have no means of safe passage. Not in our current situation. But she might have another way.
Remember the law, sir. Focus is for a diviner. No one else.
Shut up.
Seyka's actions are indeed concerning. And there will have to be a reckoning. But finding our lost crew is paramount. If Seyka has a chance of bringing them back, our course is clear. Even compliance must recognize that. I will allow it. Seyka and the Outsider are free to pursue this lead.
But, sir, if...
Just stay quiet, darling. Go have a temper tantrum over there.
Outlander, I'd like a word when you have a moment.
Damn them.
You okay?
I shouldn't have said that. It's just that my sister is one of the missing. Not only that, she's our last navigator, our only means of getting home. I've got to find her, even if it means using a forbidden relic. Meanwhile, Rang and the others act like I'm the problem, when in reality, I'm the only one looking for a solution.
Look, I understand. Maybe more than you know, but for now, I think we need to calm down and just
calm.
Don't look like it, girl. Chillax.
You're
Breathe.
right, of course.
Breathe.
Getting upset isn't going to help.
Exactly. Just breathe. Inhale and exhale.
we both need to get to the place you call Starlight Rise.
Mm-hmm.
But that tower seems like it knocks anything nearby out of the sky.
Yes.
Out of the water, too. It fires at any watercraft in range.
Oh, great.
Lovely.
Well, it seems to me you've got some kind of plan in mind to deal with it.
Maybe. Between the two of us, there might be a way.
Well, that didn't go exactly how I thought it would.
Oof.
It turned out okay. And now your machine can get us to Starlight Rise, right?
Yeah. I saw it fly off when I crashed. I should be able to call it back.
One step closer to finding my sister, and the living ancestor you're after. But I should probably report to the Admiral first, give him some assurance that we've made progress.
Okay. I'll meet you back at the settlement then.
You know, I'm kind of glad you tagged along.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode for the Burning Shores DLC to Horizon Forbidden West. My name is RaisinBran. So, in the last episode, we got ourselves started off with this DLC. We have made our way towards the field. Whatever we're at, we made it there, which is basically we're making our way towards what was Los Angeles, what was Hollywood, back in the good old human civilization days, but now it's like, you know, as it is in this game, you know, many, many years later and everything from there. But anywho, we have to go after a Zenith that is still alive. We thought they all died, right? Right? Well, you're wrong, because there's one alive still, and he's quite something. He's already set traps for us, starting off with the tower that we had to go and deal with in the last episode. So things are just going to get more and more interesting as we progress. So we're going to be focusing this episode entirely on this quest, Heaven and Earth. So let's go ahead and start things off by talking with Seyka and going from there.
Okay, so shall we get going to Starlight Rise?
Yeah, let's go.
So what now?
Up you go. Something wrong?
Of course not. Oh, it's a little snug.
I'll manage.
Oh, shit!
Hold on back there.
Starlight Rise is just across the water. Guess we'll see if this living ancestor has something to do with my missing people.
Look, once we get into the ruin, we might find data that your focus model isn't able to make sense of. I'm sending you an update, so you'll be able to see what's going on.
Oh, thanks. You sure seem at ease with the focus. Is that why your tribe made you an outcast?
No, not exactly. They cast me out when I was born. In fact, everything I've done, including learning to use a focus, was, in spite of them.
Sounds familiar.
It gets easier, you know.
What? Clinging to the back of a sunwing?
That too.
Just worry about steering this thing, okay?
Sure.
Well, don't you worry,
Down on the
because...
Those are some of our missing scout boats.
Looks like there's a lot of construction on the hillside.
That's what Diviner Rise saw.
Let's try to retrace their steps then. I'll set us down.
Solid ground. Thank the ancestors.
Okay, we should follow your people's trail. See if we can figure out why they were here.
Looks like they left some equipment behind.
Indeed.
Wouldn't want to be on the wrong end of this.
They're
Nope.
Navy weapon. We use them to build rope bridges and perimeter defense.
The ballista tore straight through the machine's armor. This bolt looks pretty sturdy too.
My people had to fight while they built all this, but they kept going anyway.
Let's stay on their trail.
Alright.
People had a big operation here.
But why?
I'm not sure. I bet Londra's involved.
Well, looks like they set up some ladders to get up to that excavation. But the path's broken now.
We'll have to make our own way up.
Here we go.
Another ballista.
Well, this is always pleasant, seeing a lot of things deserted. I see we have to climb up that way. I'm just seeing if there's any more treasure chests. Don't think we're gonna be needing that. But, let's climb this.
The right idea, but we'll need a few more handholds.
Oh, is that what the ballista's for?
I don't think it'll connect. This could be a way up to the excavation. If we had more handholds.
More handholds. Oh, I get it. Here, one sec. I think I got it. We gotta use these ballista. Give me like 2 seconds. Can I use it? Yes.
We can use the bolts as climbing points.
Good idea!
Here we go. Let's try that. Ah, it's marvelous, yes. Oh. Gosh darn it. Watch your stepping. Watch your stepping. Excuse me. You'd think that they would tell you.
Heading up! Heading up to take a look!
Huh. Nice climber. I catch up to her.
Ah, alrighty. Let's try this. Come on, Aloy. Come on, girly. I know you're a badass. Come on. Oh, girly. Girly pop. There you go. Come on, girly pop. Oh, what was that, girl? What are you doing? Why are we glitching? Why are we glitching? Girly pop, I need you to just do the... Oh, okay. There we go. There we go. What the heck was that all about? There we go.
There's a door up there across the chasm. Let's see if there's a way up.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna climb up here because I see this. Hello. Use wheel. Oh, is this the ballista? Here it comes, slowly but surely.
Here's this ballista, but the crane won't stay up unless I hold it in place.
Let me lift it. I'll hold it in place while you shoot.
Oh, now you tell me you can help? You've been nothing but the sort, girl. Oh my goodness. Well, come on, use the wheel. Oh my goodness. The nerf. Okay, I'll take all this.
That's as high as it goes.
That's a lie because I definitely got a higher
Should do it.
than that.
Let's get climbing.
Okay, letting her go. That thing was heavier than it looked.
No kidding. Because I did that. And I got a higher than you can go with it. So you're definitely lying.
Making progress.
Yeah, right into the spooky abandoned ruin.
Alrighty. Bam.
Your people put a lot of effort into getting in here. Almost like they were after something.
Or someone had a knife to their throats.
We'll find your sister. Don't worry.
You don't have to comfort me, you know. I'm fine.
I want to help.
Okay, I'm just exploring my surroundings. Oh, hello. There you go. Oh, that's nice. Alright, let's see. Through here, I presume. Nice. There you go. Nice.
Clamber jaws. Stay alert.
Uh-oh.
Come on. No machine stopping me.
That may be so, darling, but then again, you never know.
That sign.
What could go wrong?
This is definitely Londra's old headquarters.
Heaven,
Down
huh?
there. What is that thing?
Let's find out.
Alrighty. Okay. Let's see.
All this must have been brutal to excavate.
It's a prototype for a rocket engine. Never got off the ground. The way it was designed made it too dangerous.
Dangerous how?
Like it would poison everything in a 1,000-mile radius if it got used.
Oh.
Let's keep moving.
So this engine, it was for traveling to the heavens? The diviners say the ancestors could do that.
Yeah. Londra launched ships into space to search for resources.
But why dig all this out now?
We should keep following the trail.
Okay. Whew. Getting hot in here.
That's what I'm saying.
The ruins split in two. But Glenn pressed on.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Crushed. Looks like some kind of construction accident.
This was Lena from the galley. We weren't exactly friends. But she didn't deserve to be worked to death. How could an ancestor do this to my people?
Knowing Londra and his kind, I can't say I'm surprised.
We better find a way up and across. We'll need to make a path.
Alright, let's do it. Just get my thorough surroundings of the area just to check for supplies. Oh, of course, yes. Gotta have the ballista.
Ballista. Maybe we can use it.
I'll shoot this time.
Alright,
By all means.
go for it.
I made you a handhold in the bridge there. Try and get to that ballista further up. Think you can get it done?
I can reach it. Uh-oh.
I can help! You can hold it! I'm trying to put the ballista!
Okay. Just don't tread me.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Sirs! Can we stop monkeying around? Oh my god.
I'm getting good at this!
Yes.
That's the last of them! I'm gonna make a few handholds for myself, then I'll finish your path! You know, this reminds me of target practice out at sea. My squad held a wager over who could hit the most hard. Winner wouldn't have to swap the decks.
Let me guess. You won?
You learn fast. There. All done.
Alrighty. Well, that was fun while it lasted. Now I'm gonna... only presume we need to go up here. There we go. Nice. Oh, lovely. Is there another ballista here? Oh. I see. Go. There we go. Nice. Alrighty.
Okay, another ballista. Time to return the favor.
Make a path over here.
Okay, give me like
Nope.
2 seconds.
Tapped you into my focus.
Whoa. Hi.
Hi there.
Nice job. That's enough to get me to the first ledge.
Alright. Let's all like calm ourselves.
Okay. Now to get up there. Made it. Let's see where this leads.
Okay.
Watch out. More clamberjaws.
I see him.
my turn to shred some machines.
Oh, you think you can do better than me?
Okay, not fair, sir. I'm gonna use the ballista. Or not.
Got that from here. These things hit hard. Got it!
You tied my ballista record. Not bad. Now, last climb. You know what to do.
Yep, on it.
Alright, we'll get there.
Heading up.
Bam! Alrighty. So what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just sit here? I don't think
Last
so.
hit.
Oh, yeah, one more? Alright. My bad.
That should do it. Just gotta find my way over.
Alrighty.
Think you can make it?
Oh, just watch.
I'll just have to come up the way you did. Because there was nowhere I could go with climbing up that. Can we not get stuck behind the lantern? Thank you. That'd be lovely. Yes. Very nice. Here we go. Here we go.
One
Alright.
lava-filled chasm conquered. You did pretty well back there. We're, not a bad team. You think so? I always wanted a sidekick. Okay, I see how it is. After you. Can't open doors
Thank
without
you.
your sidekick, huh?
Just give you a chance to shine.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's see where my people's trail leads.
Okay. Take all of that.
All of this is so old. What could they possibly have wanted from this place?
Good question.
You know, who knows? That. Get this. Yeah, we're getting a lot of good supplies. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. It's good. Alrighty, through here.
Damn it. Another one.
Oh, jeez.
Crushed by rubble. Maybe when digging this out.
I think his name was Kira. They couldn't even give him a proper burial.
It's upsetting. Alrighty. Through here. That's not what I wanted. That was what I wanted. Thank you. Okay. Something over here.
I'll get a good trade for this.
Damn. Okay. You have found a priest of Brimshire, a rare and valuable resource. Hidden in the burdened shores, Brimshire can be used for upgrading certain weapons and outfits, or trading with specific merchants. Oh, so I found something
I'll put this to good use.
extremely rare.
Nice find.
And a sky hammer.
Another Quinn camp.
Where have they all... Oh.
Huh. Can't go through there. Nowhere in here. Just trying to think, like, where they would possibly be.
It's a mural. Painted by a Quinn?
Yeah. I think so.
Why would they leave this here?
Doesn't matter. Let's keep moving.
If you say so.
Bam.
This might have been mission control
Ooh.
for Londra's space mining operations.
Quite a display.
Yeah. Let's see what we can find.
Alrighty. Let's see. Exploring around here, just seeing if there's any buttons I need to push. Yeah, let's go up here.
Locked with a code. We'll need a way through.
Maybe there's something on these consoles.
4-digit code, huh? Alrighty.
Looks like we can access the hologram from here.
Huh. There's data here. Let me see what I can access. A lot is corrupted, but it looks like some logs survived. I might be able to play them.
I found Evelyn in the control room, rooting through the logs for Londra's passcode. Not sure how she got past security, but yeah, she's not doing so good. Just kept banging on Londra's door, begging him to save her. I told her he was gone, but she just kept wailing. I had to drag her out.
That was the last recording. Everything else is from before 2065.
How many logs did you find?
3. No, 4.
4 entries, 4 digits. The recording said this Evelyn was looking in the data for the code. Let's try to find it.
Okay.
Looks like that unlocked another console. This display is an archive for Londra's asteroid missions over the years. It looks like I can navigate it with my focus, so I'm not tied to the console.
Okay. Playing the first log. Uploading it to your Focus 2 for reference.
2050. A year of triumph. That first mission silenced 1,000 naysayers. When we acquired the asteroid, they held their breath. When we returned with the wealth of planets, they came crawling, hats in hand. Ah, that fight will always be dear to me. And to history.
See those rocks floating around the Earth? I see data on them with the focus.
Mm-hmm.
No data in that one.
$20.64. 6-3. 4.
It's corrupted. On to the next.
5-8. 2-4.
No data.
Hold on, a year triumph. Da, 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 da. Hold on.
There's
This.
something on that one.
Start with
Hang on.
251.
I think I saw something in that one. This is the year the log mentioned, but there are 2 numbers. Which one is for the code?
He mentioned the flight. Sounded like it was pretty special for him.
Must be the flight number then.
Yeah. That could be the first digit of the code.
3.
Not a bad start. Let me know when you're ready to hear the next log.
Okay, let's hear the next one.
Accessing it now.
I've convinced the board the amount of platinum on that rock is worth the risk. Once we grab it, I'll make Evelyn a platinum ring so she can wear our success wherever she goes.
What a great guy. No year in this log. Just a mention of platinum.
4.
No data in that one.
7. 8. Where's the asteroid? Oh. 9. 3. Well, what if it's with every flight that has the number 3 on it? So 4. Where's the rock on this? Hold on.
One of these asteroids must have had platinum.
Right. Keep scanning till we find it.
I'm getting there.
Oh, platinum. This must be the right mission. But which number?
Not sure. I'll replay the audio log.
I've convinced the board the amount of platinum on that rock is worth the risk. Once we grab it, I'll make Evelyn a platinum ring so she can wear our success wherever she goes.
Don't think it's the flight number this time.
Yeah. The log mentioned the amount of platinum.
3, 2.
Figure it out?
Think so.
Let me know when you're ready for the third one.
Yes.
Ready.
Okay, here it
3, 2.
The accident has disturbed the ants, lawyers, and publicists swarming to do damage control, carping about incalculable losses. Now what they don't see is that each death is a lesson in complacency, inspiring us to future excellence.
He doesn't see his workers as people, does he?
Lawyers from 6 different firms. No. This is quite the puzzle, I will say.
This one mentions miners. 8 people lost their lives, and Londra shrugged it off like it was nothing? I'll leave it to you to pick the right number.
8.
Well, we've got 3 digits. Just one more to find.
Guess we'll know for sure when we plug them all in. Ready for the next log?
Yes.
Let's hear it.
Playing it now.
My chief competitor tried to block me in Congress. But I'll have that cobalt no matter how many years it takes to dig out. Xiaolu lunar resources can stay on the moon. Everything else belongs to me.
Okay, I think I know what to look for.
All right, 1 second. There. I uploaded the last of the logs to your focus.
Thanks. As soon as I find the last number, I'll enter the full code upstairs.
I think I saw that in like 20-something. No, it was earlier than that.
Xiaolu and Cobalt. This must be it.
5. 3, 2. I think I got it. Bear with me. Alrighty. I think it might be this. It might be 3 for the flight number. 2 for that. 8 for the miners.
Wow.
5.
You actually did it.
Bam! Got it.
This must have been Londra's living quarters. Right at the center of where he worked. Let's see what we can find.
That relic. Is it some sort of old gun?
Requires power.
A gift from a so-called friend. A reminder to always watch your back. Wonder what that's about.
What's this for?
It's some kind of award, I think. Londra's wife was pretty well known in her time. Strange he'd keep this around. Sounded like they weren't on the best of terms at the end.
Love can make it hard to let go.
Security logs for the facility. There's a recent entry.
I'm growing impatient, Nova.
Data retrieval is almost complete. I've primed the North Array for beamcast.
And you're acquiring everything from aeronautics and special ops, yes? Including the files on MSP.
Correct. There. Ready for transmission. It's a shame we have to revive that particular program, though.
Nova, darling, we have a very difficult task ahead of us. We can't afford to go soft. Reduce your empathy matrix by 15%, please.
Adjusted.
Wonderful. Now transmit the files immediately so we can get the hell out of here. This place feels like a goddamn tomb.
What was all that about?
The North Array sounds like a transmitter. If we can find it, maybe we can track Londra to whatever hole he crawled into.
Sure, but what did he come back for?
I'll explain later. Let's find a way out.
Okay, but I'll hold you to that.
Alrighty. Well, this was fun. For sure. We're now gonna go. Oh, not wrong button, Aloy. There we go. Calmly open the door. I saw you. You think you can get away from me?
Okay, transmitter should be somewhere nearby. That big statue looks promising.
Those machines are in our way. Gotta clear them out.
Where you see machines, girly? Oh, I see. Weak to ice and... Yep, got it.
Let's get this done! We're taking my route past it!
Bam! Alright, give me like 2 seconds. Bam! Hold up. Bam. Bam.
I think that's the last of them.
Woo! We're getting
Now let's take
better.
a look at that statue.
That thing better have answers.
I don't need you. Alrighty. Alrighty, through here.
Looks like this is part of a transmitter. Okay, Londra. Where are you hiding? Got you. Data was sent to a location west of here.
Data on what? I need to know what's going on. What was going on in that hologram back there? And why exactly did Londra come here? And what is he doing with my people?
He used them to dig up this place to find some old data. Part of it has to do with something called MSP, which I've never heard of before, but the rest... I think he's trying to build a ship to get off this world and into the stars.
Off this world? Why would anyone want to do that? There's something you're not telling me. Oh, you're just like a diviner, full of secrets.
Oh yeah? Well, what about you? The way you reacted to that mural back in the ruin? Care to explain?
Fine. I guess we'll both hold our tongues for now.
All right, look. The important thing is that we know where Londra went, and that's probably where he took your people. And your sister.
You're right. Of course. I should report back to the Admiral before we go any further. I'll use the boat we saw from the air to return.
Okay. I'll find you there later.
Nice.
Seyka was really fired up. Telling her about Nemesis. I can't do that to her. Not now. Not when she's worried about her sister. It's too much of a burden. Right? For now, maybe I should focus on stocking up. I can meet Seyka when it's time to pick up Hunter's trail.
For sure. For sure. This is just marvelous. It's just marvelous. Alrighty. I'm gonna go to this campfire. Then we're gonna go from there. Oh, I didn't do the thing. Sad. Alright, where's this campfire? There it is. Alrighty, beautiful. Alright. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode right here. Because there's only so many quests within this DLC, I want to focus on each quest per its own episode and then to go from there. That's just how I want to do this DLC, so get with it, get strapped in, because that's how this is going to be tackled. So I'm in love with this DLC. It is fantastic. You're right. Do we want to lay it on the burden that Nemesis is coming and is on his way? Do we want to do that? I don't think we do, darling. I don't think we do. Not yet. Not yet. She's worried about her sister. We should focus on that. We should focus on that. So, with that being said, thank you so much for watching this episode of the Burning Shores DLC to Horizon Forbidden West. Please feel free to leave a like if you liked what you saw. Feel free to ring those bells and let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. We did a lot of digging, did a lot of researching, and getting small snippets of information here and there. But I will say this. Londra's got something coming for him. Because if he thinks he can walk out of here alive, he caused all this. So he's got to pay for his consequences for causing all this. Because we thought that the Zenith person that we've, talked to and we've trusted, kind of, in the main story of this game, we thought she could be trusted. But then we realized what they're capable of and everything they've done. And, all that. And it's just like, excuse me. No, ma'am. So, we gotta fix all that. So, yeah, Londra's got something coming for him. He's got something coming for him. And I'm gonna show him what's coming for him. Hopefully soon. So with that being said, as for right now, this has been RaisinBran. Thank you so much once again for watching this episode for the Burning Shores DLC to Horizon Forbidden West. And I will see you in the next video.